Hello guys and welcome back to the Gentleman Builder, the channel that makes you a thinker in Minecraft. We Minecraft builders have always been struggling with two things, that being realism and detailing in our builds. The game is limited and does not give us all of the blocks we would like to have in the game. Minecraft does this so that we as builders have to use our creative minds and imaginations, which ultimately is a good thing. But inside of the game's coding there are possibilities to make literally anything happen in the Minecraft game. Every single detail you would like to have within your server or within your build can be made. This can be done with invisible item frames, heads, debug sticks, command blocks and all that kind of stuff. These tools were all created for map makers, something that we don't hear a lot from anymore. And that all has to do with these command blocks, and Simply Sark made a great video on that matter. The problem is, these codes can be quite hard to manage and I personally am not that good with coding. But what I am good at is finding easier tricks within building. There's a plugin called the Armor Stand Editor which you can install on your server. It is not a mod, no, not at all. This is still vanilla Minecraft. But it does give you a simpler tool within the game to work with, just like the wand from World Edit and Voxel Sniper. So this is what you can do with it. Yes, that's quite impressive. I have added this to my private server to show you guys what you can do with it, and I will explain the basics of the tool really fast. First things first, you have to place an armor stand and you have to have a flint in your inventory. This is your tool. If you want to enter the menu, be sure not to face your cursor at the armor stand and click on the right button. This is your menu. The different sections in the menu are all different aspects of the armor stand's possibilities. This being the visibility of arms, base plates and the entire armor stand, the size and the gravity, and setting the entire armor stand to its default mode, and also a copy and a paste button. The armor pieces stands for the head, body, separate arms and the separate legs. You can click these and combine them with the X, Y, Z axis blocks and move and rotate these around. You can change these changes in pixels or in big chunks with the dirt and the sand block. If you want to move the entire armor stand, then you can click the compass for rotating or the minecart for moving. When you have set the parts up that you want to move or change, you can right click and left click on the armor stand to make those changes. Oh, and this is the most fun part. With the chest icon in the menu you can equip items, blocks, tools and more, and adding these will give you a floating, movable item that you can place everywhere or anywhere in the world with no restrictions at all. This means that you can make double slabs, walls, items and anything imaginable in the Minecraft game. And with this information, I will show you guys what you can do with this amazing plugin in a server. And so here we go, I changed perspectives as always, and this turned out so much better than I ever thought it would be. As you can see, the armor stands are literally everywhere. First note, the server crashed several times because of all of the entities. It's a very low budget server, so that explains quite a lot. But on the other hand, yeah, this is going to cause some lag. So if I have a little bit of bad movement going about, that's all has to do with the fact that there's a huge amount of armor stands over here. First of all, this is a little fence over here. I wanted to do a double fence, but I was like, you know what, I'm done with it. And the tree over here, those are things you haven't seen in the time lapse, but yeah, that has to do with the fact that I had so much going on already. This entire build took me over 4 hours to make. And for a simple explanation video, that's way too long. But on the other hand, the amount of detail that's going on over here, this is the first time that I actually enjoy seeing the clay blocks being used into something, because you can't have any detail with them because they don't have slabs or stairs or anything like that. But like this, it really feels natural. It really feels good. For example, these are the bees. These are small armor stands with bee heads inside of their hands, and to me this is a realistic looking bee compared to what we have in the game. Of course, those are way too big, and I really prefer these types of bees. So yay, I finally have my bees like I want them. On the other hand, I created a door over here, and as you can see, it's a little bit glitching, and at certain parts it will glitch, so try to hide those as much as possible, but most of the time it's not a big deal. Especially when you're using white, like I have done with the rest of the building. But as you can see over here, it's a nice looking door with a small opposed gate over here. Some nice looking frames for the windows. Yeah, I know it's still 1 meter thick. I could have made it even smaller, like these ones over here. But the thing was, it would have taken me so much longer. And maybe I will do it someday, but it will take so much time, it's ridiculous. But it absolutely looks insane. It's a really nice window design. And it's a really realistic as well. So I did the same over here. I've got full blocks on here and slabs on top, with the armor stands of course, and it creates for a really nice design. These are the wall anchors which you have in the Netherlands with the Dutch buildings, and they look realistic. They look how they should look like in real life, and that's something that I'm just flabbergasted by. I'm so happy that how they turned out. As you can see, this window is a little bit bigger, just slightly bigger than the other ones. That was also in the reference picture. And to fill up the gap over here, I used armor stands. And when you go over here, you really don't notice the fact that there is something different over there. And well, you notice the bigger window, of course, but it looks good. And I'm absolutely really happy with that. Just some smaller windows over here. This is an extremely small window. I absolutely love it. And as you can see, this is the part that just looks so insane to me. This shows how small the details can be and how nice the details can be. And of course, the reference picture that I had was not that too much into the little details like these, so I really wanted to have something outstanding over here. You can push blocks inside of each other and you can create very nice looking shapes. Imagine doing this on a major scale with a major build. The only thing that is a little bit saddening is the fact that whenever you go a little bit further, and this is around the place that it happens, it's still an entity. Which means that whenever you go further away, they will disappear. And the building doesn't look as good with it, without the details, of course. But just this is the maximum, this is the maximum amount of area that I can cover. And I think it looks fine. It really looks insane, it's really nice. And for builders, this is absolutely insane. And can you imagine, and this is a reference back to Simply Shark's video, can you imagine a entire map made with this level of detail, added with extra little games and a storyline added to it to create one big playable map? It would be absolutely insane. And like I said, this is vanilla Minecraft. And to prove it, and please help me remember it, but I want to show you guys, I'm going to set a little link down in the description to my Planet Minecraft account, or just maybe directly to the download link. But I want you guys to join this map. It is incredible whatever we can do within the Minecraft community nowadays. There is so much possible, and the fact that people are making amazing plugins to help us builders is really interesting. I know most of the people don't see these plugins as real building tools, or more like a decoration tool. And that is fine, and you can use it for that as well. But my goal is to create as realistic housing as possible, and this is my most realistic house I've ever made. So with these tools I can create some more realistic housing, and I think that I am going to use it for some really realistic housings in the near future. And I really want to bring you guys with that. So please comment, like and subscribe to this channel and become one of the thinkers. And I will show you guys some very interesting stuff in the next video.